all senior spectrum students, senior in the sense those who are preparing for their NEET JEE. Here we are having one more module for simple harmonic oscillation. Then I'll go through rotational motion concept. As I am addressing senior student, so we'll purely go for application. Yes, in last lecture of SHM, we have gone through equation of displacement and related concept and phase constant concept. This time velocity acceleration concept and then differential equation of SHM. If time permit, in this lecture we'll go through that. Yes, what was the equation of displacement? Y is equal to A sine omega t plus phi. So if I take differentiation of this, velocity v will be a omega cos of omega t plus phi, and v can also be plus or minus omega under root of a square minus y square. Yes, now we'll focus on these two equations. Here we are having displacement in terms of, velocity equation in terms of time and velocity equation in terms of displacement. From this, first remember this concept. Velocity equation in terms of time is according to cosine function. So if I plot velocity versus time graph, then velocity versus time graph will be cosine graph as per this formula. Velocity versus time graph. Same way, if I plot velocity versus displacement y graph, if we simplify that, this will be equation of ellipse, so it will be such elliptical graph. Yes, what you are supposed to prepare? Velocity versus time graph will be cosine graph, while velocity versus displacement graph will be elliptical graph. Similarly, if I differentiate velocity equation, what I'll get? Acceleration A, which is time derivative of velocity, so it will be minus a omega sine a omega square, minus a omega square sine omega t plus phi, or a is equal to minus omega square y. Yes, acceleration time dependent equation is sine curve. So if you plot acceleration versus time graph, acceleration a versus time t graph, what you are getting? Sine curve but minus sign. Same way, acceleration versus displacement y graph will be straight line graph with zero intercept and slope is equal to minus omega square. Acceleration a versus y graph, slope will be minus omega square. Yes, student, whatever I have kept on the board is enough to create at least 50 MCQ. And in last 3 or 4 NEET JEE, particularly NEET, there are lots of questions based on this. See, from equation of position, we are having equation of velocity. This is velocity in terms of time, velocity in terms of position. Now first focus on this. If I plot velocity versus time graph, it will be cosine. Velocity versus position will be elliptical. Same way, differentiating this equation will get acceleration. The acceleration versus time will be sine, and acceleration versus position will be straight line graph passing from origin. From this point, what you are supposed to prepare? Maximum velocity, position where velocity will be half then maximum, position where velocity 1/3 then the maximum. This kind of question will be there from this topic. Relation between magnitude of maximum velocity, maximum acceleration. This purely textual concept but having lots of application. Yes, we'll continue further. Yes, after velocity and acceleration equation, another such concept which you are supposed to prepare is equation of periodic time when object is attached at the end of spring. Prior to that, we know that any equation can be in terms of SHM when we can prove that F is equal to minus Kx. Means force is directly proportional to displacement from mean position and opposite to the displacement. Now, whenever we are having motion at the end of spring, let's say a small block of mass m is attached at the end of spring. In that case, you people are knowing equation of periodic time. T is equal to 2 pi under root of m by k. Quite simple concept, you are knowing properly, but how to apply that is, first of all, for spring, remember, if K is force constant of the spring, then force constant of the spring is always inversely proportional to normal length of the spring. When I say normal length of the spring, it is unstretched or uncompressed length. Force constant is inversely proportional to normal length in the sense, if I stretch or compress the spring, in that case the length of spring change, but that won't affect the force constant. But if I cut down the spring, then yes, force constant will change. So you may have some question from this. They will club this concept with this. T is equal to 2 pi under root of m by k. And K is inversely proportional to normal length of the spring. Yes. Further, from spring, series and parallel combination you are knowing that you are supposed to prepare when two or more than two springs are in parallel, then equivalent force constant is K1 plus up to so on. And when they are in series, then 1 by K is equal to 1 by K1 plus up to so on. Now this is quite simple concept available in every literature. And why I am discussing this? Remember, normally series or parallel figures are something like this. This is parallel. This one is series. But if you are having this situation, then treat it as a parallel combination. Block is attached in between and on either side of that springs are there. Then keep it like a parallel combination. Student, you are supposed to prepare the spring concept also properly. That's why I have taken it right now. One more such concept is simple pendulum concept. Yes, we'll go through that. Yes, in simple pendulum, we know that periodic time of oscillation T is equal to 2 pi root of L by G. Periodic time T directly proportional to L, correction, root of L, and inversely proportional to root of G. Now, how you will have question from this in a competitive exam? When I say L, it is the length of the pendulum, which is distance between point of suspension to center of mass of the bob of the pendulum. This is important parameter. Look how. For example, you are having a pendulum with a length of pendulum L. Now on this pendulum, whatever layer if you are adding to change the mass or change the radius, but still center of mass remain over here, means T will remain unchanged. One. Second, sometime this concept will be clubbed with thermal expansion. How? Let's say this pendulum is of metallic wire. The string of pendulum is for metal wire. In case of metal, we know that as temperature increase, it have thermal expansion, and change in the length of metal delta L, is it equal to alpha L delta theta? I have used delta theta for change in temperature because T we are using symbol for periodic time. Delta L change in length is equal to alpha L delta theta. That's why delta L by L, is it equal to alpha delta theta? This is fractional change in the length of the wire or string of the pendulum. Now see this, club with this one. T proportional to root of L or L raised to half. That's why fractional change in T, delta T by T, will it be half of delta L by L or delta T by T? Is it half of what is delta L by L? Alpha delta theta. That's how the concept of thermal expansion can be clubbed with simple pendulum concept. Similarly, variation of G, there are lots of different ways this concept can be compared or clubbed to make it a simple pendulum concept. What I'll discuss. Now yes, how T to change with G, how they can give question. Student, we are purely going for application. This lecture is purely targeted for senior student, those who are preparing for NEET. Like we know that T proportional to 1 by root of G. If you remember in regular lectures also I have discussed classroom lectures. Let's say pendulum is oscillating, pendulum having charge Q. If it oscillates in a three different way. Electrical field is vertically downward, horizontal and upward. In first case, A effective, if this charge is positive, A effective will be EQ by M plus G, provided that charge is positive. In second case, A effective will be EQ by M square plus G square and whole raised to power half. And in third case, it will be G minus EQ by M. When I say A effective, it is effective acceleration. And in that case, T will be proportional to 1 by root of A effective, not G. Here, both vectors are parallel. G is downward. Acceleration due to electrical field is also downward. So I have added directly. Here, both vectors are perpendicular. Which both vector? Acceleration produced due to electrical field and gravitational acceleration. In third case, they are opposite to each other. So prepare this concept properly. Similarly, in the compartment of train, that is quite simple question. If train is moving horizontal, then A effective will be like this. What will be A effective in the compartment of train? A square plus G square raised to power half, where A is acceleration of train. Same they can club with what is periodic time in case of pendulum inside the leaf which is moving upward as well as downward, separate case. So student, this was little bit glimpse for my senior spectrum student, those who are preparing for NEET JEE, and whatever I am delivering, just go through it. It will helpful for your MCQ. And up to 26th of July, NEET or before that JEE, I will come out with some concept. You can put your doubt on WhatsApp. I will respond definitely, and maintain the temperament for next 2 months. All the best.